What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Unboxing It. Now today we're going to be checking out the OnePlus 6. Now I don't have a OnePlus 6 in the studio right now just because, of course, OnePlus forgot to send me one over. But you know, OnePlus, it's okay, I forgive you. But anyways, let's just dive into some of the features that the OnePlus 6 has and if you should buy it. Now one thing I just don't understand is that the OnePlus 6 does have a glass back, but it doesn't have wireless charging. It doesn't even cost that much to do. And you know, yes, the phone does have dash charging, which is a really fast way to charge your phone. In about 30 minutes will give you 100%, which is great. I just don't understand why they have a glass back but no wireless charging. Now, one good thing that the glass back does add to the OnePlus 6, it's going to give you some faster LTE, so if you're not connected to Wi-Fi or something, it'll go a little bit faster. Now, moving over to the display, it's got an OLED display, which means that the blacks are going to be really black, the whites are going to be really white. It's just going to look really great and vivid. The phone is 84% screen, while keeping the same form factor, but you get a way bigger screen. Now the resolution is 2280 by 1080. Now it's got an aspect ratio of 19:9. Now something really great that the OnePlus 6 does have is water resistance. Now they didn't say what rating the phone was at, whether it was at like IP68 water resistance or IP67. They weren't really clear about that. They just said it'll just handle splashes and little everyday things. At least we know that it's water resistant to some extent. Now something that is crazy about the phone is that you can get it in 6 gigabytes of RAM or 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is totally nuts, totally unnecessary, but it's really cool to see a phone having that much RAM, so it's going to be very fast and very smooth. But honestly, the average consumer is probably not going to really notice. Now the phone does have a 3300 milliamp battery, which honestly I would love to see something more towards the 4000 milliamp battery area, but what can you do? So, you know. Now the OnePlus 6 does have a notch, which I don't really mind, but it seems like every single company is just slapping a notch onto their phone just because they want to give the most screen as possible, which is understandable. But that just means that every single phone now is starting to look exactly the same. Now OnePlus did keep the headphone jack on the OnePlus 6, which I'm not complaining about because it's really great to have that port there just in case you happen to need it. But honestly, I wouldn't be that mad if they did get rid of it. Now moving to the camera, you have one 16 megapixel lens with optical image stabilization, as well as a second 20 megapixel lens. Now while we're on the topic of the cameras, something that I found that was very weird is that both cameras are the exact same. I mean, they're both f1.7, they're both the exact same size. The only difference is that one is 20 megapixels and the other is 16 megapixels. Now I'm not sure why OnePlus decided to have two almost identical lenses on the phone. So I mean, the question is, would it really be the end of the world if you ditched the 16 megapixel lens and just kept the 20 megapixel lens? Now the OnePlus 6 does supposedly have one of the fastest face unlock systems ever in a smartphone. It's supposedly going to take about 0.4 seconds to unlock, which is crazy fast. Now of course, with the face unlock system being that fast, you do lose some security. So because it's not as secure, they do give you the option to use a fingerprint reader on the back, which is really nice because you get two options there, and options are good. Now the phone also does have Gorilla Glass 5 on both the front and back, so if you drop your phone without a case or even with a case, it'll be less likely for the glass to crack. Now let's talk pricing. The phone starts at $529 and goes all the way up to $629. Now the phone comes in 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes. To me at least, I feel like this year's OnePlus 6, where it's more in the middle, like it's not a budget phone, but it's not like a high-end flagship such as the iPhone 10 or Galaxy S9. Now I did want to say that if you're going to be buying this phone, keep in mind that OnePlus will be coming out with their OnePlus 6T later this year. So if you are considering buying this year's OnePlus 6, then do keep in mind that they are coming out with another phone in just a couple months. So if you are considering picking this phone up, then I am saying that I do think it's a really great value for what you get. And if you aren't looking into buying this phone yet, then consider doing so, because this is definitely a worthy contender in maybe a phone that you can purchase. And it's not $1,000. So with that said, make sure to comment, share, and subscribe below for more content just like this. See you next one. Peace out.